Hey everyone, welcome in or welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and in today's reading, we're going to be looking into what is happening for you during Sagittarius season. This will be a look ahead at your life, the energy, events, situations being presented to you throughout Sagittarius season. The dates for Sag season start around November 22nd through December 21st. And some of the themes that I think about when I think of the sign of Sagittarius include adventure, travel, curiosity, exploring or expanding different philosophies and belief systems, expanding in our knowledge. And of course, with Sagittarius being a fire sign, I also think of this as a time of just maybe having a little bit more fun in our lives. So all of these things may end up coming through in your reading, but I kept it very open and general so that it can just be as true to you as possible. So let's get into some disclaimers. Keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading. So some messages may be super specifically resonant to you. Other messages may not. If something is feeling confusing or feels like it doesn't fit your situation, please don't force it to fit. Just release it and let it go. Please don't allow it to get you upset if something that is said in a general reading doesn't resonate with your situation. This is also a time-based reading, you guys. So we're looking at a specific time frame in the future and looking at the energies you're dealing with during this time. So with any sort of look ahead or prediction style reading, keep in mind that energy is always changing. The future is not set in stone. This is showing you where you're headed based off of the energy of today as you're viewing this video, but the course of events can totally change depending on the actions that you choose to take. So never feel stuck or tied to anything that a tarot reading is saying because you have ultimate free will. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to get into our pile selection. We're doing 3 piles today. Starting here with pile 1, we have some red Jasper. Pile 2, we have this Charoite. And for pile number 3, we have some amber. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about what is coming through for you during Sagittarius season. Go ahead and select the card or the crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box where you'll locate the timestamp that will take you to your chosen pile. See you there. Hey pile 1, if you guys picked out this red Jasper, this is going to be your reading. We're looking into what energies are coming through for you during this upcoming Sagittarius season. Comment below if you are Sag or if you have Sag somewhere prominently in your chart. I am a Sagittarius moon, FYI. So let's go ahead and start off with your overall energies. So we kick it off with Ceres, and we have progressions. Okay. I definitely feel right off the bat that Sagittarius season, there's going to be this feeling of just really wanting to be comfortable, really wanting to be at peace. And maybe coming into this reading, there's something in your life that's feeling a little bit off balance or troublesome, or something in your life that feels like it's lacking support and foundation. With you guys picking a red crystal, I think of the root chakra. And this energy of Ceres is all about being nurtured. It's the way we nurture ourselves, the way we nurture others. It can have to do with motherhood. That could be prominent for some of you. This card even has to do with like our relationship with food. So that could be something coming up for someone out there as well. But overwhelmingly, when I'm looking at this card, it's making me feel like there is this energy of wanting to feel comfort and well cared for and abundant. And there also, I'm feeling, could be something creative that you guys are trying to work on during this time. And maybe there's something with a creative project or just creative energy in general that you all are trying to kind of ground and like almost strategize for. I definitely think that if there have been any periods of discomfort leading up into Sag season, this is all a part of like the bigger picture. Like this period of time that you're moving through is I know that sometimes this is like annoying to hear, but I feel like this period of time that you're moving through that might feel challenging, or where the path forward doesn't seem as clear as you might want it to be, it's all a part of teaching you a bigger lesson. Progressions, this energy really talks about like this experience is just one kind of drop in the bucket in terms of your overall life purpose and the overall place that you're trying to go. And with the clock being here, this is really making me think that like you're in a period where whatever it is that you're going through is happening during this specific time for a specific reason. It's divine timing that's at play in your life right now. So this is interesting. Let's keep going. We have strategy. Okay. And we have the 5th chakra in reverse, which is the throat chakra. Yeah. So kind of building off of this, the strategy energy is all about making a plan. So taking whatever it is that you're needing for yourself to feel supported and nurtured, whatever it is that you're trying to grow or harvest in your life, Sag season is going to bring about an opportunity for you guys to actually craft a plan of action. Maybe coming into this time, some of you have felt like you're more in your like feminine energy of just sort of leaning back, just being, experiencing, receiving. And I think you're still kind of in that mode with Ceres coming up here during Sag season, but you're in this mode because it's important now to come up with the plan that's going to help you action forward in the future. I do feel with the throat chakra being reversed here that there is a challenge posing you guys this month around the way that you communicate and speak your truth. The throat chakra being blocked, or in reverse in this case, is telling me there's a couple of potential issues going on. One is the inability to speak authentically and speak the truth of how you really feel. Another is when sometimes we aren't listening to understand, right? Because communication is more than just talking, right? A huge element of communication is being able to just listen to someone so that you understand where they're coming from versus listening to someone so that you can respond. So there's a couple of different things that could be playing into this, but take it out resonates for you. It feels like this time is a time where you guys may be needing to kind of muster up the strength and courage to confidently speak your truth, confidently voice your opinions. Be clear with your intentions. Be clear with the way you're speaking, even to self, right? There could be some self-limiting beliefs here as well that are blocking your progress forward or posing as a challenge during this time. So let's look at this tarot deck. This is called the Tarot of Opposition, so it has like both the reverse and the upright. So you guys have a 2 of Swords here, and this is the reverse position. We have a King of Cups in the upright, and this is the 10 of Pentacles in the upright, which is beautiful energy. For some of you guys, this actually could be about family stuff. Again, going back to Ceres, this is motherhood energy. So that could be, the situation for some of you. And with the 10 of Pentacles coming up here, this is also family energy. And the 10 of Pentacles makes a lot of sense with the strategy card coming out, because I'm feeling like for this group, there's something here about looking at the big picture with progressions. And the 10 of Pentacles is also about looking at the big picture. It's about looking at our long-term goals. Financial goals, couple goals, right? Like, what are you building together with your partner legacy-wise? If you guys are single, and this doesn't necessarily have to do with a romantic life partner that you're building with, it's still talking about what is the legacy that you're building for yourself? What is the foundation that you are creating for yourself? Are you creating something that's able to support you plus your loved ones and whoever else becomes a part of your circle as life progresses? There could be a thing like an issue here with communication with a partner, but I feel like it's getting worked out. because you guys have the Two of Swords in reverse, and this is all about coming out of a time of stalemate. This is all about, I feel like you guys kind of becoming more aware of what the issue is, and now being ultimately ready to actually face it and confront it. Coming out of this time of indecision or inaction or ignoring the elephant in the room. It's a new day dawning, right? The sun is rising in this image. At least that's the way that I see it. Let's look at this closer. I also see here that we have, almost looks like somebody who's won a battle, because we have one person here that's like asleep and one person that's awake and looking ahead. Swords down, flag is up, right? Do you guys see how there's all these other flags in the distance? The way I'm reading this is that any sort of conflict that you've been facing with someone else, I feel like this time, during Sag season, this is a time to squash that beef. It's a time to squash that conflict. Maybe for some of you, it's about letting go of someone or some situation in your life that you've known you needed to release for a long time. And now that you're releasing it, the path forward is clear. The little flags are marking the path very clearly for you. I feel that whatever conflict is being resolved here with this King of Cups, this could be a person of significance in your life, a water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But this is the energy of emotional stability, compassion, being compassionate with your partners, the people around you that are a part of your journey, and also having control and regulation of your own emotions. I'm definitely feeling like big forgiveness energy coming through. And ultimately, ending of this time, there's a beautiful door opening for you, filled with happiness and abundance. It definitely feels like this group is like, for sure, trying to build something this month. And maybe this, during Sag season, this is the time to start laying those foundations. But yeah, so let's see. We have divine timing. Everything has a higher purpose. So that's exactly what I was saying about the clock here. So as you're navigating this energy, it's going to be really important, I feel, for you guys to like try to see it from a higher perspective. Try to look for the lesson, even if it feels frustrating or if it feels like, why is this happening? Why did this person leave my life? Whatever, like try to find the lesson in it. The silver lining. We have Lovers, a passionate connection, shared vision and values. Yeah, there's definitely something here about like a connection of significance that I feel you guys are building. All right, last card. We have the root chakra, safety. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. That's so funny that you guys picked a red crystal and then you got a root chakra card to close this out. So yeah, this is a time where building foundations is going to be of the utmost importance. And it definitely feels that there has been some sort of unstable or destabilizing energy for you guys as you've come into this time. But it feels like it is settling itself down. And it feels like by the ending of Sag season, you're seeing this light at the end of the tunnel. But I feel like the best way for you guys to get there, especially if this does have to do with a partnership or needing a partner, whether it's a partnership at work, love, whatever, the best way to get on the same page with this person is going to be through emotional compassion, emotional intelligence. Maybe it's listening versus talking, or vice versa, asking that your partner listen versus talk, whatever it is. So pile one, we are going to go ahead and end the reading there. I would love to hear from you in the comments what's going on with you and how you feel this message may resonate to your life. So please let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload new content. And I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading really soon. Bye. Hey, pile two, if you guys picked out this Charoite crystal, this is going to be your reading for Sagittarius season. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with the overall energy and see what's ahead for you. So for pile two, we start with semi-square, square, semi-square quincunx, and the midheaven. I'm feeling like coming into Sag season, you guys may be feeling like there's been a little bit of tension or a little bit of conflict, mixed emotions, competing priorities, potentially stressing you out in life. But I feel like this is very much an energy that feels like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I'm very drawn to this beautiful sunrise that's here right above this like castle energy. And you guys also did choose this crystal, Charoite. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments, but basically this crystal is supposed to be really good for transmuting negativity into positivity. And I feel like this is going to provide you the opportunity here to maybe look at the silver lining of your situation, look at what lessons you've been learning during this time, and to be able to kind of see what you've been going through from a spiritual perspective, from a higher perspective. This, especially with it being next to the midheaven, it's making me feel like the conflict or the competing priorities could be around things like work, career, your legacy, what it is that you want to be known for. The midheaven also talks to us about like what our idea of success is. And maybe sometimes there are some conflicting feelings about what that really means to you, right? Or, we also sometimes have other people in our lives that kind of define for us what successful means. And sometimes those things can negatively impact us because we may have a different idea of what success is for us, right? So I definitely do still see that there is some sort of conflict or clash here around this idea, but it feels like you're having the opportunity to sort of look at things differently during this time and see things from a little bit of a different perspective. Maybe even getting more clearly defined about what success means to you. So we do have the storm warning in reverse. And we have the woman holding a heart, which is beautiful. Yeah, I think it's good to see the storm warning coming up in reverse, you guys, because this typically means, again, that there's like you're at the light at the end of the tunnel. Like whatever the conflict is in your life, the worst is behind you at this point. The storm usually comes through, like when we get this card, of course, it looks really honestly terrifying. Like this is my worst fear right here. But the spiritual meaning behind this card is that the storm comes through to cleanse, right? It's chaotic, it's a little scary, but it's ultimately removing the things from our lives that don't serve us any longer. And so I feel like you guys are going through a period of cleansing and renewal during Sagittarius season here, where you're going to have the opportunity to reflect back on the lessons you've learned from the tension, whatever the situation was, and now better be able to define how you want to move forward with whatever your goals are. You guys also have the woman holding a heart. So for some of you guys, I feel like this energy could also have to do with family. But this card can also talk about love, romantic love, or like whatever, love in general. But it's also about having compassion and empathy for self and others and being like that supportive, caring person. So whether this pertains to you embodying this energy for yourself, you embodying this energy for others, maybe dealing with tense situations with a more compassionate and endearing demeanor. Or this woman holding a heart is representation of somebody in your life who's providing this support to you. But I do feel like I'm really being drawn to the butterfly that's here on her head. I do feel that this is more so leaning into you, my viewer, having gone through this transformation, this challenging time that's allowing you to be rebirthed as this compassionate, loving woman. Or not woman necessarily, but however you identify, woman, man, however. Yeah, it's embodying this energy is what I'm trying to say. This transformation energy of someone who is just more compassionate and open and loving. So let's take a look here at the tarot. So we have the World, We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Six of Cups. And these are all actually showing in reverse. This is a really cool deck, you guys. It's called the Tarot of Oppositions. And it shows you like the tarot card reversed and upright in the same card. So you guys have all the reverse coming up. I still feel that there is a little bit of sadness here that you guys are mitigating during Sagittarius season. There's definitely a lot of emotion with both of these Cups cards coming up. It's interesting too that you all got this woman holding a heart energy, and you also have a Queen of Cups energy in reverse. And when I'm looking at this Queen of Cups right here, let's take a look. This could be you or someone in your life, but this is a Queen of Cups who's kind of, I mean, she's drinking. I'm getting a message about overindulgence. Overindulgence. I definitely feel for some of you guys, this could be a family situation that's showing up during this reading, because the Six of Cups also talks about family. And it's interesting that in the upright, there's this really adorable, like, father-son, like, fishing, like, beautiful memory image. And then in reverse, it's kind of more sad, right? But you know what I'm noticing, you guys? Okay, this goes back to what I was saying about the silver lining, because you did get all three of these cards reversed. But in all of these reversals, there is still a beautiful energy all around you. Look at this one. It's gorgeous. This is even beautiful in the backdrop. This card is stunning in the backdrop. I feel like starting off with Sag season, right? Like coming into Sag season, there's this energy of reflecting back on the past, reflecting back on a lesson that you guys have had to learn. I think that this period of reflection is allowing you the opportunity to get closure or close out a cycle that needs to be closed. Because you notice how it is sort of, it's beautiful, but it's also kind of stormy on this side, which is making me think of the storm warning reversed. Like, there is still a little bit of energy of cleaning up from whatever this recent purge was that was in your life. And perhaps as you're navigating Sag season, some of you are, you know, partaking in activities or doing things to sort of make yourselves feel emotionally better, indulging in things that make you feel better. And sometimes that's what we need to do to be able to make it through a tough time, right? It doesn't even feel bad. It just feels like focusing on having a little bit more fun in your life for some of you guys. There is an energy of something being left behind. And there is this sad nostalgia that's here with the Six of Cups reversed. But again, things are at peace. I feel like there's a need this month for you guys to really consider the way you're viewing situations, the lens through which you're viewing situations. Because even if something feels tense right now, if you notice that we've been able to pinpoint beauty in all of these reversals, in all of the energies. And I think it's about you noticing the beauty. There could be an energy of needing to shift into gratitude during this time as well to help get you through. Gratitude is something that can be very uplifting, where it's like, even though you might be sad to let go of a memory, to let go of a person, a situation, you can look around in this image and see so many things to be grateful for. You can be grateful for the memory. You can be grateful for the time that you had, right? You can be grateful for the sun that's rising. You can be grateful for the peaceful water. there are a lot of things that you can find to be grateful for. And I feel like through shifting into gratitude, you all are going to start to feel better emotionally. You all are going to start to shift into this energy of this person holding a heart, right? And again, I think that there's a message here that if you guys are needing support from someone else, there is someone here in your life that is wanting to support you. And again, this would be a person who embodies the energy of love, compassion. We have the energy of obsession, focusing too much on one situation, need to take a step back. So with that Queen of Cups in reverse, the way I read it sometimes is as emotional detachment. And remember, initially I was picking up on some indulgent energy here. So there's something about this situation that you guys are going to be needing to take a step back from during Sagittarius season. And don't obsess over it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't overthink it. There's a need here to detach so that you can see it more clearly. We also have the energy of rest. Listen to your body mentally and physically unwind. So taking some time to take care of yourself. Disconnect. This really could be like a work situation for some of you guys, but I do feel like a big family energy coming up too. The last card you all have is the Chakra. This says, out of chaos comes creation, with some different stones that are here. And this is talking about cycles. So again, with the world, you guys you're just in a cycle right now. You're closing out a cycle. There's an opportunity to close out a cycle here. And I think, again, like we were talking about, looking at the silver lining of the situation, like this says, out of chaos comes creation. So what can you create out of this? How are you transmuting the negative into the positive? Once whatever this is gone and removed from your life, you have the opportunity to now look at this as a rebirth, as a new beginning, and create something new and different for yourself, right? So this definitely looks like it's going to be a really transformative time for you, Group 2. I am really curious to know how you feel like this may be resonating with your situation. So please drop me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you will be updated when I upload new videos. And I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey, Pile 3, if you guys picked out this amber, this is going to be your reading. We're going to look to see what is going to be coming through for you this upcoming Sagittarius season. So let's go ahead and start with your overall energies. So you guys have Virgo, and you have the 5th house. Leo energy with that 5th house coming up. What I'm feeling for my Pile 3 viewers is that this season is going to be requiring you to maybe be a little bit more nitpicky or detail-oriented about something. Really making sure that you are looking at your situation through a more analytical eye, making sure that you are really looking at all of the tools and resources that are at your disposal that are able to support you. And with the 5th house coming up next to this, I definitely feel that this is something to do with a passion of yours. 5th house can have to do with, like, as you know, like the card is a very creative energy here. So this could be something very creative for some of you. 5th house can also talk about like our romantic relationships, children, things like that. But it definitely feels for this group that there's a need to really look at the situation with a more Virgo analytical eye, detail oriented. And, you know, Virgo also rules the 6th house. So there could also be a message here for some of you around how this passion of yours that you are looking more analytically at, how does it fit into your day-to-day life and your day-to-day routine, right? This could also play into how you are feeling physically. It could play into how your health and your fitness and things like that are going during this time. So let's continue. I want to get more info. We have adjacent possibilities in reverse. And we have door to spirit. Beautiful. So I definitely feel like there's a need for sure. With this adjacent possibilities card coming up reverse, you guys, there is a need for you to look at different options and to make sure that you are not passing up a really good opportunity because you're more fixated on your current like agenda or your current like way that you think that it should be done. And sometimes too with Virgo, this is a very perfectionist energy at times. It is, like I said, kind of nitpicky at times. And so for some of you, this Virgo energy could be blocking you from seeing the opportunities that are right in front of you. The thing about it is that sometimes when something doesn't look exactly like we think it should look, we might pass it up. But sometimes the golden opportunity that we didn't know we needed may present itself in a way that we weren't expecting, right? So I definitely feel for this group, you all need to be looking out for some sort of opportunity during this time that you might not totally be into right up front. Because I feel like if you're able to look at this opportunity a little bit closer, it's actually going to help pull you out of any rut that you're in. It's going to help to progress you forward. I feel with door to spirit here that like you all going outside the box a little bit and you all looking at things a little bit differently during this time is actually, it's like divinely orchestrated in a sense because it's opening up a door for you to be more aligned with your higher purpose. I'm feeling such a peaceful energy when I'm tapping into the energy of this card. I'm feeling such a free energy when I'm tapping into this card. So I think the message is twofold, right? Look for different opportunities. Look at different possibilities for yourself. Look at your situation more analytically and how it fits into your day-to-day life, but also make sure that you're not allowing perfectionism to block you, because sometimes perfectionism can be so stunting to our growth because we're not acting until we feel like it looks a certain way. Does that make sense? So let's continue next with tarot. This deck is really cool. It's called the Tarot of Oppositions. And so it has each card upright and reversed on it. So you guys start with the King of Swords and it is reversed. Whoop. We have the Six of Swords upright. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it looks like. Okay. So during this Sagittarius season, I definitely feel there's an energy here of wanting to like move on. There's an energy here of wanting to move into peace and calm energy. And I do feel like that is going to be possible for you during this time. But again, there's a message here about really looking at things a little bit more analytically, more logically. You guys have the King of Swords in reverse. So to me, this is someone who isn't totally clear, isn't totally certain, may not necessarily be stepping into leadership, right? Whereas if we look at him in the upright, you see how much more vibrant and illuminated this is. I feel like for some of you guys, this Sag season might just feel a little bit rougher. And what I'll say is I've been kind of noticing this energy like during this time, especially for those of us where we're moving into like the winter season. This can be a tough time for a lot of us anyway, because, you know, some people have, you know, seasonal affective, like depressive things going on. And just sometimes the winter is just a more like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just not always the most uplifting season for everyone that's out there. So this could really just be like the season also, but it definitely feels like this is more of a time of solitude and quiet for you guys. And I think that also with this fifth house card coming up here, I think that something that would be really helpful and beneficial to you is to do more fun things during this time, because I think that doing the fun things and connecting with your passions are going to help to bring more of that peaceful energy into your life that you're desiring here. But yeah, it definitely feels that there's a situation coming up here where you guys are feeling not good about it, or like you've hit kind of a rock bottom. You know, the Five of Pentacles can talk about financial troubles, but it can also just talk about feeling low self-esteem, kind of sad about something. And with the King of Swords reverse here, it just feels like this energy of not being totally certain about how we can handle it. But it feels like the answers are right here, right? It feels like the way forward is to, again, like we were talking about, look at those adjacent opportunities that are there for you and try to shift the mindset into looking at, like, Virgo energy, like this card really talks about using the whole shaft of wheat, right? Like the grain, whatever this part is called. I'm sorry, I'm not like I don't know about plants like that, but it's basically about using all of the resources that you have at your disposal and not allowing anything to go to waste. And that could be the opportunity here, is that maybe there's something in your life that can help you to move out of this energy that you may not normally do, right? We have ask your angels, seek the divine, your angels want to support you. So again, tapping into spirituality, door to spirit coming up here. This may be a really great opportunity for some of you guys to reconnect with your faith, your spirituality. Also setting intentions, right? Like setting those intentions energetically around what you're wanting to call into your life and how you want to navigate this situation. We have manifestation. This says law of attraction. Thoughts become things. That's so funny because that's kind of what I was feeling with that. Ask your angels, right? Like however you all are thinking about the situation is going to amplify it, right? So if you're in a situation that feels tough, you know, again, there's a need here to really be mindful about how you're thinking about it. And that can sometimes be easier said than done. And this is not about like toxic positivity or anything like that, but the way that you're seeing the situation is going to directly impact like your mental health and the way that you all are feeling, right? If you see this as an opportunity versus seeing it as a setback, it can help to shift you into a better state of mind. But I also feel like just in general, manifestation is something that you all are working through during this time. So closing it out, we have the throat chakra that says, truth, speak from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. So I definitely feel like there's a lot of messages here, like about asking your angels, communication, right? You've got a King of Swords in reverse, which is telling me that maybe you guys aren't really, at least coming into Sag season, like there's this energy of maybe not really feeling comfortable with speaking up or maybe even asking for help, right? So I definitely would say, like, closing it out with some guidance for you. Asking for support is okay during this time if you're feeling like you need it. I also feel like what this card is talking about is tapping into how you feel from the heart about things and sharing that transparently with yourself and others. The throat chakra is about being able to speak authentically, right? It's about being able to feel comfortable to express who you ultimately are to whoever. With this Five of Pentacles here in reverse, I'm wondering if there's an energy of not feeling good enough to speak your truth in this situation, or feeling apprehensive. So this may be an area of focus for you all as you're navigating your Sagittarius season to like work on communication and how that looks for you. So pile 3, I believe we will go ahead and close this out here, but I would love to hear from you in the comments. How do you feel that the reading resonates for you? So please drop me a note down below and let me know. If you guys are not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload new content, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!